What's going on, my intergalactic pals? And today we're going to talk about some of the new Twilight of the Republic, especially with the pre-release coming up really soon for a lot of us. I want to go over some of the abilities, maybe some rules that may come up, and yeah, let's get into it. Coordinate is one of our new abilities. This says whenever you have 3 or more units that you control, it gets this ability. The unit does count itself. Some cards specify that, some cards don't, but just remember 3 or more. The third card can be the unit that you're playing that has that effect when coordinate becomes active. The next effect is exploit. Exploit is you have exploit and a number. The exploit and X being the number. It could be 1, 2, 6, 5. As of right now, I think the most is 3. And that effect is when you're playing this unit, you may defeat the number of units you control to reduce the cost by 2. So if exploit is 2, you can defeat 2 friendly units and reduce the cost of the new unit that you're playing by 4. Exploit is always -2 for each defeated unit. You cannot surpass the exploit cost unless you have some way of giving it an effect. The only leader that has that ability is Count Dooku, and it gains exploit 1. So if I'm understanding correctly from past effects and things like that, if a unit has exploit 3 and you give it exploit 1, technically has exploit 4. The same thing applies for raid. Yeah, it was raid. If a unit has raid 2 and you give it raid 1 for a turn, it technically has raid 3. So based on that layout, unless something else gets specified more clearly, I would say if a separatist unit has exploit 3, you give it exploit 1, it has exploit 4. Let's get into some of the new cards. Going over, like I said, on the screen, you should see it. It should be, I believe I'll probably put it here, or I'll put it somewhere. Rules that you may encounter. Maybe you don't understand of how it's going to work. Let's say you control a Count Dooku. Your action to activate, play a separatist card from your hand. It gains exploit 1. And you want to play a droid commando, giving it the exploit ability. It says, while you control another separatist unit, this unit gains ambush. And the unit you have in play is the wartime trade official. And his effect is, when defeated, create a battle droid. If you are exploiting the droid commando out using that wartime separatist, you do not get ambush. Why? Because there is no separatist unit on the field at the time of play. You are defeating your only separatist unit on the field to reduce the cost of droid commando to 1. Now, you'd be saying, well, Chris, it has a when defeated effect, create a battle droid token. That is correct. You do get to create the battle droid token, but that is after you completed the casting. I say casting, I'm used to magic. When you finish playing that unit. So droid commando has to finish all of his things to come into play. So you have to finish the exploit, you have to finish it hitting the play area, and it has to finish its check. It does all 3 things. It doesn't see anything, comes in unreadied. Now, after that is all cleared, the wartime trade official will say, hey, I was defeated. I would like to put a battle droid into play. Then you get your battle droid token. The next card I'm going to talk about is Clone. It should be here. Again, it's 7 for 0/0 Clone. Its effect is you may have this unit enter play as a copy of a non-leader, non-vehicle unit in play, except it gains the clone trait and is not unique. Only the card's printed attributes are copied. What does that mean? Well, if let's say you have a Vader in play or a Cad Bane, the new one, you can copy the Cad Bane. It becomes a copy of Cad Bane. It becomes a 7/7. It has the when played, this unit captures 3 enemy non-leader units with a total of 8 or less remaining HP. It also gets the on attack ability. Clone becomes a duplicate of that unit. And Cad Bane clone on the field, they don't defeat each other. The clone is not unique, meaning that it just has all the other attributes printed. The next card I'm going to go over is In Defense of Camino. I'm using this as a reference card because it has this specifically worded this way. It says, for this phase, each friendly Republic unit gains Restore 2, and when defeated, create a Clone Trooper token. When you play this card, so whatever Republic units are already in play when you play this card, they get that effect. Any new units coming into play, even if they're Republics, they do not get this effect. This effect only is applied to units that were in play already. So with that being said, I am a judge, part of the judge program. I stay on top of all the information that I can. I learn new things, and I kind of still grasp a lot of it. I am an official judge. If you have any questions on cards or rulings, or maybe you just don't understand some of the cards' effects, or you don't know how they apply right, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Hey, if you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. I post weekly showdown games from my local LGS. I want to do more. I'm hoping to do a box opening and hopefully maybe get my hands on a pre-release kit. Would love to do more with Fantasy Flight and with Star Wars The Republic. I want to build a more community, a better another community within the game. And if you are looking into playing on the galactic battlefield, maybe I'll see you there in July next year. And also at Gen Con, I do go to Gen Con. So as always, please be safe out there, and I'll see you around.